What's going on, everybody? It's Tom.
And it's Jamie. Welcome to the Chronicles of Podcast.
The Chronicles of 2000 Trees 2024.
Okay, cool. So, my name's Johnny and I sing for Pet Needs.
My name's Jules and I play drums in Pet Needs.
Perfect. An absolute pleasure to have you both. Thank you so much for joining us. How's your personal Fridays treating you?
Yeah, man. So good. I'm loving it.
Yeah?
Yeah, over the moon.
Beautiful.
That's all I got for you.
Okay.
I'm the drummer. I don't talk much.
Oh, okay, man.
This man was out till closing at the Silent Disco last night as well.
Shit.
So he hasn't got too many words today.
Oh, bless you,
I mean,
dude.
I've definitely been in a better place, but mentally I'm in a really good place right now, so it's fine.
You keeping us awake singing last night.
Yeah, that's it.
Right, just all night.
Is that psychosocial for the fifth time? Fuck's sake. Love it. How was the set?
It was amazing. So we've done 3 sets so far.
Holy shit!
We've done our main set, our main full band set on the Wednesday over the
I saw that.
stage,
Yeah.
Which was just nuts. We didn't know it was going to be that busy because they were opening the day especially for those 2 stages.
Yeah.
We were on at 4 o'clock, so we were like, right, we'll prepare for like maybe 100 people, but we'll see what happens. And it just packed out. It rammed out, and it went nuts, and it was so much fun, and it just made us feel like we're home. You know, we love this festival so much. And then we've been doing midnight sets in the campsites as well. It's been really cool. We did an acoustic set last night, and we had an acoustic wall of death about 1 in the morning.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh my god! Please explain.
Yeah, it was incredible. It was incredible. It is like a wall of death to what is usually a really heavy riff that nobody could hear because it was all on acoustic. But it was great. It was so much. They're just so loose, those sets, that they're just so much fun. So yeah, it's been great. It's been so much fun.
That's incredible. So what made you want to do an acoustic? So were you asked to do all this, or was it just we're just going to go into this campsite and start playing?
So we're asked to do it. So they have stages set up in the campsites. They have a Camp Turner and they have a Camp Frabbit, which after like Fright and Rabbit, and they're just tiny little bits of stage. You're not amplified at all or anything like that.
Okay.
And they actually bill it, and it's a mixture between artists that are playing on the other stages, and then just people that come into the festival as well. So you might see like the other day we played straight after Dave McPherson from Indie, who was great, and then straight after him was someone that's just at the festival, just got a guitar and just started singing covers.
Way!
And it's so cool, it's so punk, it's so communal, and it's great.
That is sick. So compared to a Pet Needs show then, to a festival show, do you change up the set list accordingly if people aren't so familiar with yourselves, say?
Definitely. So like at a headline show, we take people on a little bit more of a journey. So there might be I might pick up the acoustic guitar and stuff like that. But at one of these shows, because we had 35 minutes as well, we just want to do wall-to-wall bangers really. And it's all about just kind of, I think when you're doing a festival, you're putting yourself in the shop window. And so it's about taking people on that journey and getting people engaged in your songs, but also kind of engaged in your story as well. And it's been great, and it's been so nice to do that set so early on, and then been hanging out with so many people that were there. It's just been great. It's just been so much fun. And do you know what? Like, I think 30 minutes, 35 minutes for a festival or for a support slot is just so perfect because you're just in. Yeah, it's just half hour power, right? It's just so nuts. So exciting. Yeah.
That's amazing. But us as a podcast, we're ambassadors for the Sophie Lancaster Foundation. Are you
Yes,
familiar
cool.
with it?
Yeah,
familiar
sure.
with the story? So what we're asking people while we're here this weekend is, have you guys ever been treated differently or had stereotypes put upon you simply because of the music you listen to, the way you dress, being part of this alternative family? Is this something you've experienced?
Yeah, so
Actually,
I'll pass it. You take this one first.
Exhibit A.
So like I was the first person in my family to have tattoos in my whole family.
Oh, wow, okay.
First person to like dye my hair, all of this kind of stuff, and just dress how I want to dress. And like I didn't like grow up with money, but I had friends that went to private school and stuff. And so I'd go over there and they'd all be like, oh, you can't stay here, like you're not allowed to be around us because you dress differently and you listen to different music. And it was like, I was like, what in what world does that make any sense? You know, like literally stuff like that is mental. Or like, you know, you go on a night out and someone sees you got pink hair and then you get all kinds of abuse shouted at you and you're just like, where's all this energy coming from? Like just men being men. Men are a bit gross when you think about it in that sense, but like, you know, it is what it is. We power through, really.
I used to live in a kind of a squat type place in Nottingham, in Hyson Green, with loads of other kind of like ratty little punks. And we were the only people on our street that kind of looked like, I used to have like half red, half black hair, kind of proper emo kind of vibes, like heavy eyeliner kind of vibe. Like, it's especially in Hyson Green in Nottingham, it's quite a kind of like rough area. It's a gun capital of the UK as well.
It is.
And aside from the place we live getting robbed 3 times, once when I was in there as well, we used to get like spat at and have things thrown at us and stuff. And it's horrible. It's so mad. Just for for the way you dress, the way you are, the way that you choose to be, which is so nice. I mean, we're both kind of obviously really lucky that we're like straight white men and all that kind of stuff. So we come with all that kind of privilege.
Yeah.
Obviously, like we're talking about Sophie, like she's female as well and stuff. And it's like it's completely like insane what happened, but amazing that such good work can be done, kind of like in her honour as well. So we're very, very aware of our own privilege. But then also have had shit happen as well.
That's awful. It's like I don't understand the mentality. It's like you're just living your life. You're not doing anything. And it's never like people in the alternative world starting it. Like we didn't go out there and go, we're different, fuck you. Like we're just living life.
Yeah.
It baffles me.
Yeah.
It really does.
A lot of it, I think, comes from a place of insecurity, not from like the alternative scene, but from people looking at the alternative scene. It's kind of like they look at us and go, they're comfortable to express how they want to express.
Yeah.
And everyone in the alternative scene is comfortable with them doing that. We're too insecure to do that, so we're just going to shout abuse at you. Why?
Yeah.
As I'm getting older as well, there's things about the modern world that confuse me sometimes. Kind of like you told me the other day about Jules is like about 10 years younger than me and really into his fashion. And he told me the other day about something called dadcore, where it's just young people just dressing as dads basically. Like, and that's the new fashion. Confuses me, but doesn't hurt me, so who cares? That's the same with like gender, sexuality, like pronouns, any kind of identity thing. Like, just to let everyone just be who they are.
Exactly
that's the thing. If they want to dress like a dad, that's fine. I mean, I'm trying for a kid at the moment, so I might be living the dad course.
I am a dad. I'm wondering what.
There you go, full on dad course. Here we go. Well, you're high in fashion at the moment among like 17-year-olds.
But looking back at like when you guys were growing up and when it happened to Sophie Mona, and then looking at 2024, do you think it's got easier for people in this community?
So I used to work. Little bubble. I used to work at university at Students' Union, which was really nice because I was working in a place that was really progressive, and like there was loads of different societies of people. So you could get like there was like the rock and metal society, the LGBTQ plus society, and all that, where people could find their people. And I think that. On the whole, I think some things are getting more progressive, which is nice. But then we look at the election. We've got a Labour government now, which is cool. But then you look at the amount of people that like voted Reform, like we live in Colchester in Essex. We've got our first Labour MP for decades, which is amazing. We've got a female MP, Labour MP, who has studied she used to lecture at the university I worked at. She's amazing. She's so smart. She's so great. That's amazing. We're 15 miles from Clacton as well, and we've got Nigel Farage. Who's their elected MP now. So I think on the whole it looks like things are broadly getting more progressive, or at least trying, but I think that's also pushing pockets of people that do think hateful stuff to start to find each other, and that's starting to become more mainstream as well. I'm worried now that I think the Tories are going to swing further right to try and get those Reform voters back. So I think there's things like you look at things like kind of gender neutral toilets and stuff and all that kind of stuff. I think people are putting things in place to try and make people feel safer, but I think that people just need to be just more accepting in general as well.
Absolutely, you're absolutely right. And the trans thing is a massive thing at the moment, and again, just let people live their lives.
Yeah,
it's
100%.
not hurting anyone.
That's exactly it. Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't, and I think the more that I kind of basically you just don't have to understand what everyone else's minds. It doesn't matter. Like there's lots of things like my wife works in like mental health sport at the uni, and she had a seminar the other day where they were having to learn, like, it's about kind of like 100 different pronouns now or something. And to me, I don't know 100 pronouns, but if I meet someone and they go, can you refer to me as Z? Yeah, of course. Like, it doesn't affect me, it doesn't affect my life in any way, and if it makes you feel more comfortable, then of course we're going to do it. And people that get upset about other people's identity, I just don't understand it. I don't understand. But then again, like, say, we're coming from straight white male perspective and all that kind of stuff, got to be aware of our own privilege, and I'm sure that things are kind of layered, and it must be so hard, like, just kind of existing in a world where you feel, even if you just think one person doesn't accept you for you are where you are, it's nuts. It's nuts. Which is why places like this are amazing. Because there's so many people walking around, people from all different backgrounds, all different lifestyles, all different genders, all different sexualities, and everyone just accepts each other, and that's amazing. That's why places like this are so important.
Absolutely.
This should be a blueprint for the world, man.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to refer to these festivals as a safe haven.
Yeah.
Because they are for everyone. Just come and be yourself. But bringing it back to you guys, you released your album Intermittent Fast Living back in February.
Yeah.
Are we still riding the high of that?
Yeah, I'm still kind of in disbelief of what happened, because it was a top 20 album, like in the official charts as well, not even just like the indie charts or the punk charts. It went Taylor Swift, Pet Needs, Olivia Rodriguez, which is so nuts. It was like still can't believe that at all. And then when that happened, like Kerrang Radio started like picking us up, and like Radio X had given us a bit of support before, but started really pushing it. BBC had been playing it. Spotify started putting us on playlists and everything, which is really nice. So suddenly, as a result of it, there's loads more eyes on, and then that translated into gig sales as well. So before we were playing like 200 Kappas in London, suddenly we were playing like the Underworld, and that packed out and stuff. And it's just incredible. Like, and what's been really interesting is most bands, and our journey's been as well, is that everyone like prefers the older stuff, or at least more attached to the older stuff, because that's the stuff that they've like just know more. We're now playing to audiences where the audience has doubled in size, but like half the audience are like, oh yeah, this is the stuff off your first album, and then the other half don't know the first album yet. And like they only know the new album, they only know the one that charted, which is really interesting. But that's so cool, because as a band you're always most excited about your new stuff. Absolutely. And to have loads of people that are with us on that is really exciting as well.
That's incredible. Do you know what it was that just hit to get you to there?
Yeah, a massive campaign. So basically, we aimed to get it into the top 40. We were looking at the numbers. You have to sell thousands even to get into the top 40. But you can release different versions of the album, like with different covers and stuff, and every single one that's bought counts as a sale. And then we looked at the kind of Top of the Pops logos and found out there's 12 Top of the Pops logos throughout history, and we changed all of them. Our graphic designer Vanessa spent weeks doing this, so that they all said Bottom of the Pops instead, and we did a campaign to get into the Bottom of the Pops. And our label, it was so good. It was so good. And we did 12 different CDs, so you could buy them as a bundle of 12 CDs to try and get into the bottom. No, it didn't work. We massively overachieved. We got into. Now we sell T-shirts as well that say Mid of the Pops. They're on. You can buy them over at the merch. The Pet Needs Mid of the Pops T-shirts.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible. Gents, this has been so much fun. Thank you so much for taking time to chat with us.
I like
really
getting deep
fun.
as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Really
it's
appreciate
good to reflect with you.
Cheers.
Loads of love.
Enjoy the rest of your weekend.
Yeah, you too. Have a good one. Cheers.